If you ever get sick, don't take any medicine. Just come and find me and I'll make some for you. I can't wait to conduct our experiment together, number 7.
Alright, welcome back. Normally I don't want to do the a small event, you know, that don't voice. But today they released a mini event called Wisdom Spring, which is right here, featuring the new Nikke mana. And well, Esther, she always there from the beginning, so let's go check her out first before now we did see her, you know, in the campaign mode, but now she become a recruitable Nikke. So before we go to the event, let's check her out. She looks very pretty. For some reason I get attracted to female that has lab coat and wear glasses like her. Sorry, that's just my my thing.
Don't tell me I have to work overtime.
She's a stage 3, looks like a damage dealer by the symbol there. And let's see what she got. 40-second, well that's pretty normal for damage dealer for stage 3. Affect self. Not a team player, but by looks so far. Affects one ally. Okay, so you team up with someone with charged weapon that will make their charge go faster, basically. Oh, affect all ally. Activates when in metal Y status after landing 10 normal attacks. Okay, so it heals the whole party. Activate if the caster is in metal Y status when allies out of action. So when people are dead, you could say. Wow. Activate when an ally is out of action. Affect cell. I don't know what that is. You know what? She might work out like Winter Anne. Winter Anne, she can heal. I mean, she can resurrect one, but per battle though. Unlike Rapunzel can resurrect every 60 seconds. So when you fight a top boss, if your character dies, you know, every second she can bring them back to life. I think what, with 80% or was it 50% of their health? Now this one says 96%, basically 100%, you could say, full. No, wait a minute, how? she is considered a damage dealer, but she acts like a support here. Well, yeah, like yeah, look at this. Buff. Yeah, gives buff, heals, and deals damage. So like she's like all 3. Well, I guess
I'm sorry.
I must say she looks hot, ain't it?
Me. Phew. I'm not.
I would say she would rival let me see, let me check. I know who she can rival. Here it is. Marciana.
Teacher, I'm not sure about this part. Could you help me?
I guess I get attracted to this kind of outfit, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I mean, they just hot as hell. Sorry, I'm a man. I can't help it. You know, you see pretty women. I mean, what can you say?
This school uniform is more uncomfortable than I expected.
Yep, that's Marciana. Now the thing is, Look at my my resources. I mean, that is pathetic. 5,000 gem, that's nothing. 9 advanced recruit, that's nothing. And the reason being that because I spent everything on her right here, on Rappy, on Red Hood Rappy, and I think I got about 4 stars on her on this account, but that's it, no more. I'm gonna have to save it for the next major event. All right, there you go. The story actually it will tell you, will give you more info about our commander, the hero's commander. It turned out he was you know what, I'm not gonna spoil it. Let the story now let the stories reveal, and unfortunately it's not voice, so I'm gonna have to read it, because you know, if you were to watch the video and then like go to sleep, that's what I do when I watch Let's Play. I watch it and then I listen to the commentary and the game sound to put me to sleep. That's why I only record video and upload the one that's voice, because you don't have to read it. You don't have to sit there and read it. You can just lay back and just listen to the story and what people, you know, what people is talking about. Yeah, so I'm not a good reader, I admit that, especially when pronouncing difficult words. I get tongue tied, but yeah, better nothing, I guess. Let's go. I don't have AI voice to do that for me. You know, like some channel they just use AI voice. Maybe I should nah, just natural voice fine. No, I already see all the cutscene except the last one, which come out during next week, which is gonna be hard mode. Today normal mode. Now, so let's go ahead and let's go back to the archive here. So here's Mana, and that's Ether that we saw in the lobby screen. All right, here we go. Start from the beginning. So we go here. All right, let's go here. Let's play that. Commander, huh? Someone call us. Mana? I ask. Are you feeling okay? Wait, what happened to us? Of course, I'm oh, the moment I tried to sit up. Oh boy. Yeah. That's the first thing you see. Coming out from a manga, you know, and yeah, you see something like this, say, holy cow. Oops, hang on. All right, the moment I tried to sit up and I saw panties. A searing migraine begins to set in. Are you okay, Commander? Mana asked. My head, I said. Take a deep breath, she said. I followed Mana's advice. Now slowly exhale. I did that. After repeating this, sometimes my head feels slightly less painful. Are you feeling better now? She asked. Yes, thank you. After coming more or less to my sense, I looked around. I saw panties. Nope, that's not what it says. Where am I? I asked her. The MMR research lab. She replied. Don't you remember? What am I doing here? I asked. I can't remember a thing. Perhaps my headache has something to do with it, I thought. I closed my eyes and shift through my thoughts, attempting to recall the past. Okay, looks like we so that was the present. We got knocked out somehow, and Mana is looking after us there. All right, so now we're gonna think back to the past and what lead us to here. 12 hours earlier. Okay. Looks like someone texting us. Mana? Hello, Commander, she said. How are you? Same always. As always, I text back. Oh, really? I wanted to ask you if you had some free time today, she texts. Why, what's up? I reply. In honor of your contribution made to the surface reclamation operation, MMR has decided to provide you with a new weapon. Now I forgot what the MMR stands for. Missiles? Something? I don't know, I'm sorry. Anyway, I guess certain organization. Okay, so this Mana here is try to reward us for our operations. I'm gonna give us a new weapon, huh? Oh, what is it? I reply. It's been customized especially for you, so you'll need to visit us in person in order to test it and claim it, she texts. Does it have to be today? I ask. Today will be preferable, but if you can't, we can make adjustments, she said. Alright, I'll stop by today. Thank you, she replied. And then I'll see you later, she ended. Okay. What's wrong, Commander? Anise asked. So here we have our original team, Rappy, Anise, and Neon. You look rather bemused, Anise said. Oh, it's just that something came up rather suddenly, I reply. What is it? Rappy asked. MMR is providing me with a new weapon. Why would they do that out of the blue? Anise asked. I said they say it's in recognition of my contribution toward reclaiming the surface. Isn't this a good thing? Neon asked. It's a chance for us to enhance our firepower and an opportunity to use a cutting-edge weapon developed by MMR. Let's go right away, she said. I replied. Apparently they're only making one for me. What the? How come? Neon said. You're practically superhuman at this point. What are you blathering about now? Anise said. I'm simply saying that Master has ascended to the realm of Divine Master, beyond human, Neon replied. Don't you ever feel that there are times when Master doesn't feel human? I wish I could say otherwise, but, Annie said, there have been times when I thought the Commander recovered unusually fast from injuries. You're right, but sure it's better than taking ages to recover injuries, Rappy said. I appreciate the compliment, I think, the Commander replied. No problem, Neon said. Still, I don't think there will be any new weapon for you all, I said. Damn, that's a bummer, Neon. Still, and it's continue. You getting one is better than nothing. Rappy continued. While I agree that this sounds like a wonderful development, it does all feel rather sudden. That's true, said Anise. Plus, we are talking about MMR research lab. There are all sorts of unsavory rumors about that place. Anise continued. Should I check in with some other squads? and see if they heard anything? Anise asked. No, I reply. Mana was the one who got in touch with me, so everything should be fine. Fair point, said Anise. It's not like Mana is lying about something. We owe Mana a lot for her help so far, so I'll go, I said. Understood, said Rappy. Master, Neon said. If you encounter a solid weapon meant for us, Nikke, while you're at it, couldn't you... You idiot, said Anise. What is the chance of that happening? Ignore her, Commander. Be careful, and if anything happens, call us, Anise said. Rappy said, we'll be standing by, so you can contact us anytime. And the commander reply, you all get some rest. I'll reach out if something happens. Alright, you'll be inside the Ark after a while, so what could go wrong? Said Anise. Make sure to bring back a lot of good stuff, Commander. Save trouble. Take care, Master, said Neon. Alright. Well, there you go. We got contacted by Mana to get our reward, which is a weapon made for human. But is it though? Let's continue. I enter the MMR research lab. I look around in search of Mana, but she is nowhere to be seen. I got another text. Mana, where are you? I text. There is no answer. Mana? Still no reply. Should I wait around for her? I asked myself. Number 7? Someone called to us. Ether? Oh yes. Yeah, she performed some experiment on us. I would call it experiment. Well, maybe. Because back in her personal story, she called us lab rat. A lab rat number 7. We got some kind of disease or something on the surface, and then she inject all kinds of medication. Well, you know what? Yeah, that does feel like a subject, a test subject. Anyway, here we go. She said, fancy meeting you here. What are you doing around these parts? Are you finally ready to hop on my experimentation table? I'm here to see Mana, I reply. Mana? Why? She asked. I was told that MMI is giving me a new weapon. Really? This is the first time I heard of it, she said. You didn't know about it? I asked. Of course not. That's how it is being an employee of MMR, she continued. I'm already overworked as is with my own workload. So I'm in the dark as to what other teams are up to. It's not like you know what other commanders are up to either, right? Right, I reply. You see? This is how the world works, she said. If it's not your personal job, you resign yourself to not knowing anything about it. I suppose that means you don't know where Mana is either, I said. Actually, she replied, I think I do. You do? I believe I heard she said something about going to the deep sector earlier. She also mentioned that she'll be out of contact for a while. So if anything crops up, they'll have to handle it themselves. Again though, I'm not 100% sure if that's the case. So she can be rich right now? I asked. She replied, if she went to the deep sector, then no. Once you head inside, you are forbidden from communicating with anyone outside. That goes even for the researchers Nikke like myself. What a pain, I said. What sort of plan did you and Mana have anyway? She asked. Did you arrange to meet at a specific time? No, I replied. That's not like Mana, she said. Maybe she thought she'd be back soon. Should I wait for her? I asked. She replied. Would you like to go and meet her? In person? I asked. Yes, she replied. You're a busy man, so I'm presuming you can't afford to stand around waiting too long. Can I go inside? I asked. What's the worst that could happen? She replied. Let's go. I'll take you there. You'll escort me personally? Why do you look so skeptical? She said. Ouch. Sorry, something bit me. Must be the dry skin that's been nitpicking my dry foot. I have to rub some Vaseline and skincare lotion on there. Yeah, it's winter time, man. My skin's cracked, dry. My forehead, my shoulder, my neck, everywhere. I don't want that dermatitis. What they call it? Eczema. That severe dry skin, red circle, itch like hell. Woo. Anyway, back to the story. Esther said, do you think I'm only pretending to take you to Mana, but instead I'll drag you to my lab for some experiments? Is that your plan? I asked. Of course not, she replied. I'm a busy woman. If I wanted to conduct experiments on you, I wouldn't go through all that rigmarole. Despite being as busy as I am, I'm generous enough to devote my precious time to helping you out, she said. You are to be grateful. Alright then, lead the way, I said. Let's go, she replied. Alright, keep going. I followed Ether down the hall. Is it Ether or Ether? I'm gonna call her Ether. No, Ether, right? This looked like one of those Final Fantasy potion there, Ether, that regenerate your mana. Hey, now wait a minute. The other person is called Mana, and this one is called Ether. Ho ho! You tricky little dog. So it is a reference to a Final Fantasy items. And well, yeah, Ether and Mana. Haha! And yes, Ether and Mana are on the same team, researchers. Wow. Okay, you got me there, but I got you now. I know you. Anyway, I follow Ether down the hall, the halls of MMR Research Lab. She signed. The elevator is so far away, Ether said. Can't they do something about this? It's so annoying having to walk this far every time. What was it called again, this place we're going to? I asked. The deep sector, she said. It is also referred to as the level E zone. But to keep things simple, we typically call it the deep sector. Somewhat frustratingly, it's divided into separate sections. That's how big it is. And it's underground as well? I said. Yes, deep underground. All the labs at MMR are subterranean, but the deep sector is particularly far down. You can only get there using a special elevator, which means we have to scrap all the way here every single time. It's such a pain, she said. You said all labs at MMR are underground? Don't you remember? She asked. You came to my lab last time because you caught something wild on the surface. Yep, that we did. And boy, does she give us all kinds of strange medicine. But eventually we were to recover. And I think she probably take that opportunity to do her research on us, I guess. And I say, I remember. You have a good memory, she said. Thank goodness, I was feeling too lazy to explain everything in detail. Anyway, you caught something like a code, and I treated you at my lab, which is in fact underground. I realized how strange this all sounds. The Ark is already underground, and we are now talking about more things under that. And I asked, why didn't Mr. List build a lab above ground? Because this way, she continued, the test subjects won't be able to escape. Oh dear. Relax, that was a joke, she said. The answer should be obvious. It's because what we do is highly secretive. There is a reason people always talk about secrets being buried underground. The MMR research lab is a prime example of that, she continued. All of the Ark's secrets are sealed away, buried deep under the surface. Is that why you're forbidden from communicating with outside while you're in there? I asked. Correct, she said. That place is full of top secret stuff. You never know when or how secret might leak. So any and all communication are strict while inside the deep sector. That's why mana is currently incommunicable. This place sounds awfully important, I said. Is it alright for me to be going there? Sure, why not? She replied. Your reputation precedes you. You have encountered everything from pilgrims to heretics. Besides, it's not like you're going to be running around opening all the lab doors. You'll be fine. I still feel a bit uneasy, I said. So you don't want to meet Mana? She asked. We don't have to if you don't want to. Don't worry, just stay close to me, she replied. You get lost if you space out while we're in there. Okay, I said. Alright, so we are following Ether or Ether. Apparently my code is still there, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I'm gonna be healing, but the weather is still freezing, still cold outside, and I have to wake up early and then exposed to the cold, so that it still stay. I'm still, continue to drink my hot water, blah 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 blah, and all that. But the code is still there, not completely healed yet. All right, I digress. Back to the story. Did I say story? Okay, here we are, she said. This elevator will take us straight to the deep sector. Okay, she pressed a bunch of buttons. The elevator doors loudly creak open. You get in first, she said. I step into the elevator. Next to the elevator door, there is a card slot, along with a button labeled level D, level E, and level P. You see that slot by the door at the pointed? Could you insert this card? So Ether hand me an access card and I insert it into the slot. The buttons for level D and E light up with the mechanical ding. Good, looks like the approved hasn't expired yet, Ether said. Come again? I asked. That's a guest pass I got approval for a while back, she replied, which can be used in lieu of a research card. What made you do that ahead of time? I asked. It's a lawyer pain in the ass to get approval every individual time. I find it easier to just get things approved whenever I can, she replied. I see. Alright, all you have to do is press level E and you'll go down, she said. Whatever you do, don't press level P, okay? That leads to the furthest recesses of the deep sector. That's off limit even to someone like your caliber, she said. Not to mention that the card wouldn't give you access to that area anyway. You're not getting on? I reply. I can't, she said. 1 card per person is the rule. You don't have another access card? I asked. I have the research access card, and I haven't been approved at the moment, so I can't use it, she replied. It's like I told you earlier, the security there is incredibly stringent. Even researchers like me need to submit a formal request beforehand. It would take forever and a day for me to submit paperwork and go through the process. So you go ahead on your own, she said. Then why don't I stay and you go? I said. Oh, she looked at us with that disapproval look of her and make her really cute. You want me to go find mana myself? She asked. That's hardly convenient for me, you know. Fine, I'll go, I replied. Attaboy, she smiled. That's more like it. What is it? She asked, feeling sad that we have to part ways. Or are you nervous? Neither, I replied. Harsh, she said. Still, you seem a bit more relaxed now. So back up and head down to meet Mana. And the door's closed. Have fun down there, she said. Okay. So there you go, Ether escorting us, and now we're on our own. So what is deep sector gonna be like? Let's go. So this is the deep sector, I said. Glancing around, I see a windowless corridor. The entire place is eerily empty. I need to find mana, I said. But how? I continue to look around. It's difficult to ascertain where the door is inside. Where the door is inside the corridor. The long and gray space isn't well lit. I scan the dim corridor intently, searching for mana. Ugh, something's happened to my head. I feel dizzy out of the blue along with a wave of nausea. First thing first, I need to get moving, I said. I started walking forward. Soon after walking for a long time, there is still no sight of mana. For that matter, I haven't seen a single researcher all around. Whew. The dizziness and nausea are growing worse by the second. Maybe I should sit down for a bit, I said. I sank down to the floor and curled up. Do communication not work here either? So I tried. Mana, where are you? Texting Mana, but no response from the text. I'm in a deep sector right now. Could you text me back the Mana? No response. And that was that. Guess not. I lean my head against the wall and stare at the ceiling. I can't keep going on like this. I pull out the access card Ether gave me and stare at it. I need to figure out some way to contact Mana, I said. I stand back up, and just as I was about to head back to the elevator, Commander? Mana called out to us. Mana? I asked. What are you doing here? She was about to say as I finally found you, I exclaimed. Okay. She said, like she doesn't know what the hell we're talking about. Alright, let's go to the next cutscene. You were looking for me? She asked. Why would you do that? Now I do have a question. Why? More importantly, how did you get in here? She asked. Ether gave me an access card. She did? I pulled out the card and showed it to Mana. That's just a guest pass, she replied. Why isn't Ether with you? Now I'm gonna say their names, Ether or Ether, but you just ignore that. I'm kind of switching back and forth between Ether and Ether. All right. She said she couldn't come because she had to get separate authorization. I said, huh? She replied, if she couldn't come with you, why did you come here on your own? You asked me to, I replied. I did? Yeah, you contacted me and said that MMR had prepared a new weapon for me. I did? She asked again. Mana? She looked confused. Did you not send me a blah message earlier today? No, she replied. I have been here in the deep sector since yesterday, and I'm scheduled to be here until tomorrow morning, she said. But I received a message from you this morning. Could you show me that message? Hold on, let me show you. I showed Mana the message I received earlier. It's definitely been sent from my profile, she said, but I never sent this. Not only that, MMR does not produce new weapons for commanders in the first place. Huh? I have never heard of such a project, she continued. Then how could I have gotten this message then? Well, she replied, I can't say for sure, but it seemed that someone wanted to lure you to MMR, given that they used my name to mislead you. I highly doubt that their intentions were noble. I'm not following, I said. Commander, what kind of place do you think MMR is? Well, we got two choices. Number one, a place for researching Ark-based technology. Option number two, a place where the Ark secrets are hidden. You know what, I go with number two there. That's a rather unexpected answer, she said, but you're not incorrect. Did anyone tell you that by any chance? She asked. I heard it from Ether, I replied. I see, makes sense, she said. Well, she's right, she continued. MMR safeguards all of the Ark's technological secrets. That's why everyone who comes here first has to be granted the authorization in the form of an access card. Here in the deep sector, where we are now, the security is particularly tight. In other words, I entered without proper authorization, I said. Not necessary, she replied. You do have an access card after all. However, if you were to encounter any other researchers, and they wanted to know your reason for being here, you might be in a bit of a bind. Do you think that's what they wanted? I asked, whoever it was that brought me here. There's no way we can know for certain, she replied. One thing that is certain, however, is that staying here for too long will be dangerous for you. Okay, let's head out then, I said. Alright, I'll lead the way. So Mana hurried lead me toward the elevator. However, I tapped the card against the outside elevator panel. Beep, 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 beep. Nothing happened. I try again. Error code 44012. It's not working, I said. I think, Mana replied, the card's expired. That means you can't leave, she replied. Oh, after she gave us a almost expired card. Well done. Okay. So I'm trapped, I asked her. Yes, she replied. The code you just saw appear when an expired card is used. Can you open it with your card? I asked. I'm scheduled to be here until tomorrow morning, she replied. It's nearly impossible to alter the time period which you have been approved, unless there are truly exceptional circumstances. Mr. List even keeps researchers on short leash, huh? I said. Yes, they do, she replied. Researchers must obtain approval to enter the deep sector and must adhere precisely to authorized time frame. Those are the rules, she said. Why is it so inflexible? I asked. For a very simple reason. This place contains many secrets. Mr. List doesn't give free rein to anyone who works down here. Not even the researchers? I asked. No, she replied. The company trusts no one. That's probably the reason why they prefer Nikke researchers whenever possible. Hold on, I said. Are you telling me that the researchers here are intentionally composed entirely of Nikkes? I asked. Not all of them, she replied, but most. Do you know that Ether and I are both Nikkes? She asked. Number one, no, I did not know. Number two, yes, I knew. Yeah, let's go with that. Yes, I knew. You have a good memory, she said. That's right. Ether and I are Nikkes, she continued. In addition to being researchers at MMR, we are also a member of MMR squad. Yeah. You know, your name, Mana and Ether, they go together. Just like Mana for magic potion, magic point, and Ether refills your magic point. in a Final Fantasy game. I believe that is Final Fantasy 4. Yeah, Final Fantasy 4. Or maybe earlier than that. I think I saw it first when I played Final Fantasy 4. No. I take that back. Final Fantasy 1, right? Yeah, Final Fantasy 1. That's where Ether started. Alright, I digress. Let's continue with the story. She continued, when humanity migrated to the Ark, do you know that non-combat Nikkes were initially created for? She asked. Preserving technology and art, she continued, to ensure that humanity knowledge and creativity wouldn't vanish underground. It was embedded into the Nikkes themselves. Whoa. And I said, I'm not sure I follow you. How exactly did they transpose technology and art into the Nikke? She replied, by transforming exceptionally gifted artists and engineers into Nikkes. Huh? This way their skills and knowledge could survive without the human limitation of time. What? I asked. Scientists were no different, she continued. Nikkes were considered a premium storage device of sorts for scientific knowledge. And so many scientists were turned into Nikkes as well. Yeah, Nikke, as long as their brain survive, they can live well forever, I guess. Unless their brain got destroyed, then they're dead. For good. That's not the only advantage that Nikke have, she said. It's difficult to hide secrets inside the Nikke's brain. Since humanity moved to the Ark, brain scanning technology has improved by leaps and bounds. Unless extreme measures like neural shielding or black box are employed, most Nikkes are incapable of concealing any information from humans. That explains it, I said. That's not the only reason, she continued. It's easy to store information in Nikkes, and it's difficult for them to hide anything. That's why the majority of MMR researchers are Nikkes. Of course, not everyone was forced into it. Some volunteered to become Nikkes, hoping to complete their research without being limited by a human lifespan. I see, I replied. Mana continued, I've gotten sidetracked. To summarize, Mr. List doesn't even trust his own researchers. Therefore, Curtailing the time period for which I was authorized would be difficult. Got it, I said. Thank you for understanding. We have spent too much time talking, she said. It's not prudent to stay here long. Let's look for another lab where we might get a signal. Okay, let's move, I said. Okay, well, there you go. Deja vu. This is where it gets interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Mena and I began searching for any type of communication within the deep sector. Commander, would you come here? She said. Hang on, look at somebody's at the door. Oh boy. Alright, that was my niece and her boyfriend. I think they were going to hang out at her boyfriend's house. It's weekend, it's Friday. I think they just came back from work, and then they always hang out together, either in our house or in her boyfriend's house. Alright, let's continue. The commander asked, there's an elevator here too? Of course, the deep sector is a vast place, she said. It would be difficult working with only one operating elevator. Well, then you know what, that makes sense. I believe there should be an emergency contact device inside this elevator. She started fiddle with the control panel. Nothing, she said. It seems the rumor was unfounded. Let's go somewhere else. We searched for another elevator. As we enter the dust-filled room, we see a sacred altar of some kind. What's this? I asked. A prayer room, she replied. A prayer room? Yes, a space for religious worship. What's a place like this doing here? I asked. The organization which preceded MMR has religious ties, so they created this place, she replied. It's rarely used now though. That might explain the dust. Mena begins to inspect the prayer room. Nothing here either. Let's keep moving. Alright, I said. We leave the prayer room. There should be an emergency communication device hidden here somewhere, she said. Just a moment. Mena starts to press on various points of the wall. Nothing. It's either already been discovered or it's more unfounded rumor. We also try to look for the purported hidden communication devices in the corridor. Soon after. Not a thing, she said. Nope, I said. Every possible way of contacting the outside is blocked, I continued. It seems so, she said. This is the first time I have gotten definitive confirmation of that. Feeling slightly dizzy, I leaned against the wall. Are you alright, Commander? She asked. Come to think of it, you've looked a bit pale for a while now. Is something wrong? She asked. I'm just tired, is all, I said. Don't worry about it. Right now we need to look for a way out, I continued. That's true, but she looked concerned. Should I ask another lab? she asked. What is it? There is one place we haven't checked yet, she remembered. If they haven't removed all the equipment, there might be a communication device there. Let's go, I said. Follow me, she replied. Okay, yeah, it does look familiar. That is, if you if you were to look at other personal Bond story, yeah, you'll see this place a lot, because that's where she she treats you or experiment on you. Come in, Mana said. Okay. I follow Mana inside an empty lab. Alright, here we go. A sharp pain shoots through my head. Oh, the nausea is even more intense than before. While trying to ignore my splitting migraine, I once again look ahead. A small tank stands before us in the otherwise empty lab, as if an experiment had been halted midway. For some reason, I'm getting a sense of deja vu. The tank, filled with a liquid of some kind, seemed like it once held something else inside it. Whew, I said, controlling my breathing. I turned my gaze to the space behind the tank. There is an empty desk. Similar to the tank, it feels like there was once a plethora of materials on it, which are now gone. Mana, I said. Yes? What is this place, I asked. A lab that's fallen into disuse, she replied. Someone I knew used to work here. Knowing her, she may have left behind a communication device to contact the upper levels. Yeah? I asked. You know her, she said. The two of us locked eyes. Commander, are you okay? You look worse than before. Are you sure it's just exhaustion? I'm fine, I replied to her. Don't lie to me, she said. You're sweating bullet. Be honest with me. Okay, fine. Actually, I don't feel so good, I replied. When did it start? She asked. Since I entered the deep sector, I replied. That was a long time ago, she said. Why didn't you tell me earlier? I'm sorry, I was able to manage it for a while. But the headache's gotten unbearable since we got into this room, I said. This particular lab, you mean? She asked. Yeah. I'm also getting feeling of deja vu for some reason, I told her. Deja vu? She asked. Here? Oh, my head. Honestly, maybe I do, maybe I don't. My head is killing me. I can't barely think straight, I said. Rest here for a moment, she said. I'll look for the communication device myself. Alright, I replied. Mana quickly runs inside the lab. I sit on the edge of a nearby desk in an attempt to mitigate the headache. As I sit down, my fingers brush against the tablet. What's this? I press the power button. The screen actually turns on. Project AD. Project AD. What the heck AD stands for, I wonder. Pop. Just as quickly as it turned on, the screen abruptly turns off. Project 80? I ask. Oh, my head. The headache is intensified. Oh. Something or someone is talking, enhancing the human body through technological advancement. A new purpose. Oh, my head. Am I remembering the past here? The pain becomes unbearable and everything goes black. Yeah. So, in that lab, huh? Human enhancement. And now, we're feeling a deja vu and remembering the past. What could it be, huh? Blub, blub, blub. I guess we are some kind of water. My body feels like it weighs a ton. My arms and legs refuse to move. I feel stiffer. I attempt to move the tip of my fingers. A familiar voice can be heard. Subject is moving, she said. I can hear a familiar voice. Oh, it actually said that. Another familiar voice. Okay, there's two of them. And yeah, it does actually say that. Is he one of the subject for the project? One asked. Yes, another voice replied. I opened my eyelids with a crack. Hey, it's Ether and Mana. Yeah, looks like this is the past. And they're looking straight at us. Does that mean we are inside that little tube there? And become a test subject? And these two are the one who's working on us? Or mainly Ether? Mana called out to Ether. Will you have the results for this subject soon? Most likely, she replied. The deadline is approaching. Mana looks in my direction. Yeah, okay, so we are the test subject. And we are inside this tube there that looks like behind him. Yeah, like that Vegeta. Remember when Vegeta get inserted so bad that he actually inside a liquid chamber. That's what we are right now. Mana looks in my direction. Oh, I said that. Do you think it will succeed this time? She asked Ether. Ether then glances towards me. Not sure, she replied. None of the past cases have been successful. Well, darn, that's not good. If this one fails too, Mana said, the project might be terminated, won't it? For some reason, who isn't part of the project? Ether replied, you remember an awful lot. Thanks to this new and improved body, I remember everything, said Mana. Haha, fair point. Since become Nikke's, neither of us has forgotten anything important, Ether continued. Don't look so grim. This is just a hunch, Ether said, but I feel like this attempt will be a success. A hunch? Mana asked. That's rather unscientific of you to say. Achieving success in your research doesn't always depend on science alone, Ether replied. It's just hope on my end. I've grown far more invested in this than I thought I would, Ether said. My only hope is, Mana said. Mana reaches her hand out towards me, that we don't have to terminate. Commander? Mana asked. Oh, I guess we're back to the present. Oh yeah, we are. That was a dream, right? Or our memory. What is this place? Okay, well, we go to the next cutscene. It seems that we remember our past with Mana and Ether, and now Mana's waking us up again. Oh, my head. Mana? Are you feeling okay? Now we back to the present from the beginning. Of course, I'm far. As I was about to say that, oh, my head. A searching migraine began to set in. Are you okay, Commander? She asked. My head, it hurts. Take a deep breath, she said. I followed her advice. Exhale. After repeating this several times, my head feels slightly less painful. Are you feeling better now? She asked. Yeah, thanks. After coming more or less to my sense, I looked around. Where am I? I asked her. Oh boy, what a view, eh, folks? Anyway, I'm sorry. She replied, the MMR research lab, that's where we are. Don't you remember? She asked. What am I doing here? I can't remember a thing. Perhaps my headache has something to do with it. I closed my eye and sift through my thoughts. Are you feeling calmer now? She asked. As I listened to Mana's voice, I recall everything that happened so far. I had some sort of dream, I told her. Sorry? She asked. You and Arthur were in it. Maybe you dreamt that because you want to leave this place, she said. I replied, you two were staring at me, talking about how you hope I'll be a success. Sorry? She asked. You also mentioned some sort of project. Oh, my head. The headache is deliberating. Oh, hang on, man. Looks like someone is texting me. Alright, looks like my niece is going to her boyfriend's friend's house to celebrating his birthday, and she just, because her mom and her dad they went to Cancun for weekend holiday or weekend vacation. Okay, back to the story. Commander, Mana continued, I think it'd be good for you to stop thinking so much. Get some rest and try to move around. You're sweating like crazy. Why don't you try getting up first? The floor is too cold. Or it'll be best to move somewhere warmer. Let me help you. I grabbed a hold of Mana's arm. I have something to ask, I said to her. Have we met before? Oh, ho, ho. Boy, oh boy. Well, now we go to the next cutscene. Let's continue that conversation. What do you mean? She asked. I don't understand. I don't think I was dreaming, I said to her. That can be, she replied. How can a dream be real? She asked. The things I heard, they were too vivid, I replied to her. You probably feel that way since you are unwell, she said. Mana appears to overly eager to wrap up the conversation. She seemed to be hiding something. But what could it be? I thought to myself. First off, Mana continued, let's get out of here. The headache and dizziness I experienced immediately after arriving in the deep sector. The strange familiarity of these surroundings, the dream with Mana and Ether, the feeling of being underwater, unable to move, the project dimension that would be terminated if I failed. I thought to myself. Mana said it would be best to head outside before trying to process all of this. Oh, I actually told her about my dream, and then she told us to go outside. Alright. Sorry. My brain kind of skipped there. Okay, I told her. As I stand up to follow Mana, my fingertips bumped into a tablet. I saw something on the tablet before I collapsed. What was it? Why don't you rest in the prayer room? I'll search on my own for some way to get to reach outside, she told us. I look around again. Before me is a tank filled with liquid, big enough to fit a person. Okay, the familiar of the lab, let's just call it that. The dream of being submerged in a tank. The words written on the tablet. Project AD. And now we flash back to Neon, Anise and Rappy earlier. Don't you ever feel that there are times when Master doesn't feel human? I wish I could say otherwise, said Anise. There have been times when I thought Commander recovered usually fast from injuries. You're right, Rappy said, but surely it's better than taking ages to recover from injuries. So we thought back to that point that our body recover fast. That's abnormal, you could say. All right. Looks like Mana is back, and she's still concerned about us. Commander, is something wrong? She asked. I replied, there was a project conducted in this lab, wasn't there? I asked her. There was? But why? She asked. Did the project succeed? I asked. Sorry? She replied. What was the name of the project? I asked. She did not answer. Was it Project AD? She was surprised by that. How do you know that name? She said. It was a project to enhance the human body, right? She did not answer. If that's the case, then there are some things that come to mind, I continued. When I think about it, there are many things about me that seem odd. I have carried a fully armed Nikke on my own before. Now, wait a minute. When did that happen? Did we carry somebody? I try to think back to the campaign mode. I have carried a fully armed Nikke on my back before. Is it Marianne? Anyway. And fired anti-ship rifle meant for Nikke despite having an injured leg. Yeah, that's right. In the campaign mode, we did pick up Snow White's heavy gun. A huge gun. Extremely heavy. No ordinary human could lift that much weight. Again, she was silent. Well, you might have simply be stronger than most people, she continued. There's more to it than that, I said. Whenever I'm injured, I heal abnormally fast. Maybe you just a faster recovery rate than normal. Again, she's sidestepped. No, it's nearly superhuman, I said. During operation, I have sustained all manners of injuries. Yeah, that's right. He got crushed by the avalanche twice. Got stabbed. Got shot in the gut. A couple of times. And yeah, he got hit in the guts a lot by corrupted Marianne and Chatterbox, and then got shot in the gut by the Crow. So yeah, you know, our commander did get all kinds of injuries, from minor scuff to being impaled to the stomach. Yeah, despite sustaining what should be fatal injuries, I have always survived. In fact, the amount of time I require to heal has steadily decreased over time. I see, she replied. I continue, no one with any sense could call that normal. You're right, she said. It's certainly unusual, but it's not out of realm of possibility for there to be someone in this world naturally born with exceptional strength or healing abilities. Things are only strange if you think they are, she continued. If you view things as normal, then they're not so strange anymore. So don't think of it as anything unusual, she said. I recognize this place, I remind her. Sorry, she asks. Don't you find that odd? That I am somehow familiar with the inner recesses of MMR, despite purportedly having never been here. Again she was silent. Or am I just overthinking that as well? I asked her. I'm sorry, she asked. You can ask me all the questions you want, but I can't answer any of them. Not even one? No, she replied. I can't tell you anything. So please stop. Then answer me just one thing and I'll stop. Yes, she replied. Am I human? That she was about to say something. A hand shoots out from behind Mana and covers her mouth. Oh! Shh! Somebody said. Ho! That's enough question, she said. The mysterious lady that we have never seen before, or have we? With this black dot under her eyes, with a sharp fang, dressed up pretty nicely, I guess. Okay, a new person up here, or maybe have we met her before? I don't know. But anyway, certainly news to me. Alright, let us continue. That was too close for comfort, Mana, she talked. You nearly let the cat out of the bag. You should know better than that. You know as well as I do that there are dark forces deep inside the Ark, she continued. They're watching us, always and everywhere. If you catch their attention, you're in the world of hurt. Those of us residing in the abyss should be especially careful. Isn't that right? She asked Mana. Yes, I know that, Mana replied. Okay, look like she got blue eyes. She finally opened one of her eyes there. She carried a purse. Looks like someone important, I guess. Are you winking at us there? Just like Rupee? Dark forces? I asked. Thank you for stopping me, Mana said. No need to thank me, the mysterious lady said. If you want to repay me, you can help me the next time I do something good. Got it? Yes, Mana replied. Such a sweet girl, she said. Now then, she continued, I presume this young man is the celebrated number 7 I've heard so much about. My goodness, he looks even more handsome in person, she said. You have grown up splendidly. Who are you? I asked. Me? Goodness gracious, would you look at me? I didn't even introduce myself. Ah, the perils of old age, she said. I'm Jian. The pressure is all mine. Jian, huh? I believe this is our first time meeting, yes? I think so, number 1. Number 2, I think I've heard that name before. Let's go with number 2. I think I heard that name before. Really? Jian asked. How can that be possible? She said. Most interesting. Hehehe. Well, I suppose it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility. You are quite deeply connected with my sister. So you must have heard of me at some point, Jian said. Sister? I asked. Are you related to Suwon? I asked. Half-sister would be more correct, Jian replied. Oh! She is the half-sister of Suwon, huh? Well, at least they got similar hair color. But this one is more sweeter than Suwon, the little brat. But what am I saying? She asked. We are working here, Jian continued. As such, I should instead say that I'm an employee working under esteemed president of Mercedes. I'll make it simple for you. Just think of me as one of the researchers at MMR. Half-sister, you say, I said. Oh, it seems you're partially to that particular appellation, she said. I suppose it makes sense. After all, many of the most riveting stories concern themselves with love triangles. Incorporating missiles into a tale of romantic entanglements is surely the most entertaining option, no? What are these dark forces in the arc that you keep mentioning? I asked. Wow, cutting straight to the chase, Jian said. I see you're not one for formalities. Are you talking about Nikke? I asked. So harsh, Jian said. How could I ever imperk our good friend Nikke in such a way, when she works tirelessly on humanity's behalf? The dark forces that I speak of is the ark itself, the very thing that feeds, shelters, and protects us. What? I asked. That's all you need to know for now. It'll be dangerous for you to know anything more than that, Jian continued. You hardly want to spend your existence trapped underground, do you? You're still young and you must have a lot you still want to do. You should be running freely above ground. Jian, was it? I asked. That's right, she said. Why are you calling me number 7? That's because you are, she was about to say. Oh boy. I nearly spilled the bean, she said. You're quite mesmerizing, you know. The more we talk, the more I want to tell you everything. Isn't this why all Nikkes are so obsessed with you? She asked. Perhaps it's because you're so handsome. Really, I have never seen the face of the commander. But then again, you know, our commander have many faces, aka the players. What handsome to others may not be to others, right? Well, at least she found us handsome, I guess. Or perhaps is it because you're number 7? Oh, why is that? Okay, so if we are handsome, we just our look. But if we are number 7, we are test subject. That means there's something even more powerful, a superhuman, something like that. I'm assuming. What are you talking about? I asked. Jian, that's enough, man, I said. Alright, I'll stop teasing him. Hey, looks like Jian almost spilled the beans again, this time instead of Mana. Anyway, I simply stopped by to give a short introduction. Here you are. Jian hands over an access card. Isn't that? That's right, she said. It's an access card. Since you're finished with your business here, it's time for you to leave. Why do you have this, Mana asked. I'm not entirely bereft of conscience, Jian replied. Since I'm the one who brought you here, I should be the one to get you out. You mean you? Yes, I'm the one who made the also handsome number 7 come here. Ah! That's why when we first met Mana, she was confused why we are here. So it was Jian who pretended to be Mana and kind of tricked us to come here. What? Mana asked. So it was you, I said. Why? I wanted to see you, she replied. I have a lot of interest in you for many reasons. Someone and all other Nikkes have gotten to see you, and I was upset that I hadn't had the privilege of seeing you in person. With my current situation, I'm in no position to be going outside and attracting unwanted attention. So I thought it would be good if you came to see me instead. Why didn't you just speak to me plainly and invite me? I asked. Oh, come now, she said. You could have never come here alone. You would have arrived surrounded by your precious Nikkes, weapons in hand. It would have been liable to cause such a scene. And I certainly don't want that. Don't be upset, she continued. That access card will ensure you'll leave this place unharmed. And besides, even though you felt a little dizzy and had a nasty headache, it's not like you're leaving empty-handed. Jian leans in close and whispers to me. You learn a few more things about the Ark and yourself, she said. Jian steps back. Now then, Mana. Jian hands over another access card to Mana. Could you please use this card to escort the ever so dashing number 7 out safely? He seems rather shaken up by today's events. So be sure to calm him down before he leaves. Yes, understood, Mana replied. I had fun today, number 7, Jian said. See you around. Jian walks off. Oh, wow. Okay, looks like Jian, Mana, and Ether, so they knew about us. It's like, of course, probably more of the researchers know about us. Let's get out of here, Commander, she said. Okay. Okay, interesting. So I guess the first 6 test subject is failed, and we are lucky number 7. All right, and we become some kind of superhuman being. The sound of typing can be heard, and a bitter aroma of coffee lingering in the air. I can detect the pattern of water droplets as well. Drip, 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 drip. Hold on. What is this? I look around to see a neatly organized lab. Hey, did we get passed out again? And now looks like we're in some kind of hospital or something. An IV drip connected to one of my arms. An IV drip? You're awake, Mana said. How are you feeling? Why am I... Shortly after taking the elevator up to level D, you collapsed. Oh, that's what happened. A quick examination was conducted, she said. The results show excessive stress and fatigue, leading to severe exhaustion. In short, you were tired. I see. Thank you. For what? She said. For bringing me here and treating me. I gently lift my arm with the IV needle. You collapsed right in front of me. It's only natural that I attend to you, she replied. Besides, I'm a big part of why you're in this state. I'm sorry, I said. Pardon? She asked. I kept pressing you with questions that you couldn't answer, and put you in a difficult spot. And for that, I'm sorry. Your questions were entirely reasonable, she said. Anyone would react that way when doubt is being cast on their very identity. Thanks for understanding, I said. Commander, she said, I can't answer any of the questions you ask. MMR is a foundation of knowledge. Yet, it also holds many secrets. One of the cardinal rules is to never share those secrets. I understand, I said. But what I can say is this, Mana said. Regardless of your identity or what secrets you carry, the reason you have earned the trust and love of so many Nikkes, including me, she said, has nothing to do with how you were created. Instead, it has everything to do with how you have lived. Mana, I said. That, above all, she continued, is your true identity, Commander. So don't fight anymore and rest up. In the meantime, I'll protect you, not as a researcher with any alternate motives, but simply as a Nikke. Haha! Thanks. I'll try and get some sleep then. Good night, Commander, she said. I closed my eyes. Everything is still enshrouded with questions. But at least for now, in this moment, I feel like I can sleep peacefully. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. So, Jian, half sister of someone want to meet us in person, but because she is not allowed to go outside yet.
So you're feeling fine? Too bad. I can't look after you.
You know, so she kind of tricked us, and we went down there, and hey, you know, like she said, we didn't leave empty-handed. We do learn about ourselves and about the Ark. So the Ark always watching us, huh? So, all right. Well, next week we will see the final cutscene, the hard mode. As far as mana, well, you know, I'm not like I said, I don't have enough resources to get her. So yeah, she's not part of the pilgrim, and I don't know how powerful she is. Obviously, I can't really test her, or maybe we could. No test drive. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, you looking at her skill there. Is it good? You tell me. Activating when entering full burst in metal status. Yeah, her attack is up by about 60% on this one. She also heals the dead party if they die. Okay, I don't know. I'm not going to, but she is beautiful.
Don't tell me I have to work overtime.
But then again, I'm always like women who dress like this, who look like this. You know, it's just like Marciana I showed earlier. You know what? I could recruit her, and if I got her, I can pair her up with Marciana, right here.
Teacher, I'm not sure about this part. Could
Yeah,
you
that
help
would be
me?
something, wouldn't it? Here is her original costume.
Cat-shaped cherry cakes are all the rage
This
right
one,
now.
it makes her like
I'll
a
have to try
teenager,
some so that I can keep up
you
with
know,
the
high
newest
school.
trends among my students.
But this makes her like a woman,
A one-on-one
a mature
lesson?
woman.
I'm a little nervous.
I can't wait to conduct our experiment together, number 7.
So yeah, actually, if you get mana, you have to team up with her. I believe, because there are some team that you put them together, they benefit from each other in some way. Well, all right, guys. I think we're here long enough, and I'll see you next week for the final cutscene. And like I said, I normally don't do the one that don't voice, because of my reading skill is not that good. But learning about the commander's past is quite important to the campaign story that I'm doing, and so that why our commander is becomes superhuman, as Neon put it, and why that we get hit in the gut so many times and
You
get
don't have to do
and
anything
we still
special.
survive.
I just enjoy watching.
Anyway, yeah, it's quite important, and I thought I would include it as part of the campaign mode, because we learn a bit more about Commander. Alright, I talk long enough. See ya.